We have Andrew McDonald from Rajasthan Royals. Coach, your first question. In the last couple of games, RR's batting has been brilliant. They've been able to chase on big totals. What do you make of today's performance?
Clearly today's performance was below par and below what we'd expect as a batting unit. And as you said, we've had some great performances in the last couple of games where we've chased high totals, and today we never really got rolling. I mean, to lose 5 wickets in the power play really puts you on the back foot. Generally speaking, 2 or 3's bad enough, but yeah, we never really gave ourselves a chance to get a foundation to chase down the impressive total that KKR put on the board.
Coach, you mentioned about the power play, losing 5 wickets in that. Was it because of the pitch conditions had something in it? Was it the dew, or it was just brilliant bowling by the KKR bowlers?
I mean, there's always a combination of factors. Clearly, I thought Dinesh Kartik's catch was outstanding, and that's a couple of inches further. It goes past the webbing and off for 4, and who knows what would have happened in the game. But it wasn't to be. They took their opportunities. Pat Cummins, it was an interesting first over, 19 runs with the wicket, and then clearly got another couple of wickets on the back of that. And I don't know whether you can pinpoint an exact reason, whether it was the pitch. The pitch seemed to be looking like it was playing fairly. We felt as though we probably were going to get the best of the conditions in terms of the dew factor coming in a little bit later. And as we saw as the game progressed, there was a lot of wiping of the ball. So we felt as though we've got a good foundation, gave ourselves a good start. And there was a total that we should have been able to chase, but unfortunately, as you said, we lost those early wickets, and it really put us on the back foot, and the chase never really got going.
Coach, the team played 6 matches in Dubai, but have only won 1 game here. Did the conditions not suit the team, or was it something with the ground? Your thoughts?
Yeah, not really sure whether it's the conditions. I think some of the cricket that we played throughout the tournament was inconsistent, and there was key moments within those games. The 6 games that we had here, only to win 1 was disappointing, but we had our opportunities in another couple where we could have clearly won. I think I'll think back to the RCB game when we had sort of high 30s to defend off the last 2 overs, and AB took that game away from us, and then we had a chase against Delhi where we needed, I think it was 38 off 30 with 6 wickets in hand, and we weren't able to chase those down. So we had our opportunities, so I don't think there's the surfaces to blame or the venues to blame. We just played inconsistent cricket at critical moments throughout the tournament, and today probably summed that up for us. We had 2 good games in a row, and then a few inconsistencies crept in, and we weren't able to get the job done today, and it leaves us short of any potential final chance.
And Jofra Archer has been brilliant with the ball throughout the season. Kartik Tyagi also has been a standout performer. Rahul Tewatia also bowled well. A word on your bowling squad's plans and how they all gelled in together, and what was the learnings of the other bowlers from the likes of Jofra?
I think Jofra clearly was outstanding. I think his economy rates probably one of the, if not the best economy rate for a fast bowler. His ability to take wickets up front, put his stamp on the game in the first over has been incredible, and also in the field and with the bat early in the tournament when he had some opportunities with the bat, he showed what he can do there. So his all-round game, he just keeps getting better, and it's scary to think how good he may be in time. But we just probably had too few contributors around him. Kartik Tyagi was a real find, young under-19s bowler coming in onto the big stage from an under-19s World Cup. It's always a big leap, and we're unsure whether he could take that leap, and he showed us that he could. He held his nerve in critical moments and bowled some good death overs, and he's only going to get better. There's huge upside to him. And Rahul Tewatia, we had him in the trade from Delhi in the off-season. His impact throughout the tournament was magnificent as well. So, but I think if you summed it up, as I said earlier, it's probably the inconsistencies at critical times that cost us any chance or opportunity for a finals berth. And it's quite frustrating because we probably know that the style of cricket when we play how we want to play is good enough, but unfortunately, the history will say that we've missed the finals, and we've probably only got ourselves to blame around that.
Coach, lastly, in hindsight, do you think the team would have benefited from having a settled top order combination throughout the season instead of the frequent changes?
I'm not sure whether there was frequent changes. The one significant change was, or 2 actually. Robin Uthappa started in the middle order and then was moved up to the top sort of midway through, so that was one change, and he swapped with Josh Butler. So, and also Ben Stokes was unavailable at the start of the tournament, so that created an automatic change when he came into the top of the order. So if you actually look back through it, I think we were pretty consistent in our orders. The top 6, we trusted those guys to get the job done, and there wasn't too much movement there. We had a couple of droppings early with Rian Parag and Robin Uthappa going out of the side, but that was only for 2 games, and that was more to get some content on the training track into them when we felt like they weren't in great batting rhythm. So we gave them some time in the nets to get their game in order and come back strong, and we felt that in some ways was successful, but as you said, unfortunately that batting unit couldn't get the job done consistently enough, and that's not to say that the batting was the issue throughout the tournament. I think if you actually look at all three phases of the game, there was inconsistencies with fielding and bowling at times, so I'm not laying blame to one area of the game. I think all round we just weren't quite good enough when it counted.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you.
Cheers, thanks.